Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Longi Agoha.
This is the real truth that makes it different.
Okay, go ahead.
What I've heard from different investors who are millionaires is that why do A students work for U students, like C students?
Right.
Students dropped out of school. This is the key. Because the C student, the one who failed, the one who dropped out of school, he stopped learning and then he sat down, he started thinking and he started creating. You need an idea to add to your education. An idea is in line with your purpose. Some people have knowledge but they don't know their purpose. But then some people know their purpose and then they get people with knowledge to work for them. So you understand how it goes. So that's why many of these people who have dropped out of school, they're getting people who have knowledge, who are A-star students to work for them. Because the main key in life is discovering who you're born. As you said before in the last interview, the most important life in your life is to find when you're born and why you were born.
Exactly.
So, that's the real key, is to find why you're born.
Exactly.
And then I wish that could be in schools to get the students, to help them to discover who they are. So while they're studying, they're more happier, they're more fulfilled, and they're studying for joy because they know who they are. They know what knowledge to get.
I have that feeling that because one of my greatest wishes is to go into schools and speak to students, okay? Because of the fact that it is while in school that you prepare your future. It is while in the school that you are going to prepare the next 50, 60, 70 years of your life. It's what you do there. And the subjects you select, the subjects you're studying in school will determine somehow what you become. So if for any reasons you make mistakes in choosing the right subjects, I think that would be the exact time to change those subjects. Because if you don't, you begin to you begin to conform. Because after a time you begin to conform. So, okay, it's too late, I don't want to change and all that. Then you begin to conform. And when you begin to conform, that's the end of life for the person. Okay? So you are supposed to know exactly what you are studying, why you're studying it, and know where you're going. You see, we have a tendency to study and say, okay, I will see later. No, it is in school you are supposed to determine what happens in the next 10, 15, 20 years of your life.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that for them, in order for them to, choose the right courses, if they don't know their destiny, it's hard to know which course to choose.
Yeah.
But this is the fact in life, is that our destiny is established, but it's not guaranteed. Because we possess the power of will. So we have to choose our chosen destiny. Because I know your destiny is determined by your decisions. And your destiny decides your course in life. So your destiny decides what course you're going to study in life. But if you don't know your destiny, you just choose any course. And then you just do it because society has said that this is where the big money is.
All right.
But once you discover your purpose on an early age, it's easier for you. But obviously, we can be saying this, that we can be telling them that to discover your purpose is good for you. But the thing is that how do they discover their purpose?
Okay, this is the main thing, because there was a student who contacted me from Nigeria and he said, how can I help him? I started asking him, what are you studying in the university? He said marketing. I said, why are you studying marketing? You know what he said? That he wants to be rich. How about that? Why are you studying marketing? He said because he wants to be rich. So you study marketing just to be rich. So for me, the aim of studying marketing is defeated. Because for him, if he's not rich tomorrow, he is not going to do marketing again.
No.
Yes. Because the aim, I don't know if he likes it or just he likes it because he wants to make money out of it. So I believe the first and foremost is to like what you are doing. Fall in love with your job. If you're not in love with your job, you're not going to go too far with it.
So what they need to do is to become a solution to a problem. They need to find a problem that they can solve, because that's how people start. They find a problem and then they solve it, and then people pay for that solution. So that's why we need to help them to start thinking differently. And I like that young man. He's 13 years old. He basically, even right now, he's doing his master's. He's probably finished, and he's 13 years old. He's doing his master's in maths.
Wow.
But what he said, the most important thing he said is that for just one day, stop learning, sit down and think, and then start creating. Because there's ideas on the inside of you. There's potential, untapped power. There are books that are not yet written. There's music on the inside of There is poetry that has not been recited. There are companies that have not been built. There are magazines not been published. And people carry these gifts on the inside of them and they go to a place that they don't like. They do things that don't bring out their gift. And then they get paid far less than their worth. So what they need to do is to sit down for one day and start thinking and start writing down all the plans, all the ideas that they have in their mind, in their hearts, and then to start pursuing them. That's the way to become rich, is to find a problem and find a solution for it.
I have a tendency to think that we are all, or many of us are afraid of ourselves. That is, we are afraid to sit down with ourselves to think. Because I believe that if we sit down to think, somehow we'll get results.
Yes.
Somehow we'll get answers to questions we're asking. But we find enough time to sit down to think. And that's why we go for the 9-to-5 job and not doing something extra. Because in every field, it was, I can't remember his name now, who said that in every field, there are millionaires in every profession.
Yes.
So what did these millionaires in these professions do? What did they do to become millionaires? And so your job is to find out exactly what they did. Somebody said if you can't copy technology, you steal it. Okay? So if you can't get the thing, try to find a way to get information from these guys. There are books, like you said. There are thousands of books. The internet is an open university today. You can get virtually anything you want on this planet in the internet. So, I mean, we have all the resources now. Gone were the days when, especially in Africa, when there are no books. You know, somebody will go to the university, will only read about 2 or 3 books, and that's it. But today, even without buying books, you can get any resource on the internet without even getting the books. All right.
Yes, sir.
So you can read 1,000 books on the internet for free.
Unsuccessful people. If you can't find them, follow them on social network. If you can't really follow them on there, go on YouTube and watch them. Watch what they do. What are the things that they do? What are the principles they apply? Because most of them, they work by wisdom. You need to get wisdom in life. You need to be diligent in what you do. And then the most important, as I said, you need to become a solution to a problem. And you need to do things in order, but you need to also have a plan for your life.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a plan for your life. Everyone was put on this earth because there was something that they were created to do. Until you discover your life's purpose, you'll never be fulfilled in life. So for you to find the purpose why you were born, why you were put on this earth, is to go back to your manufacturer. I know my manufacturer is gone. And because I'm in consistent fellowship with him, he tells me why he made me. Well, my life is simple. Because now I know who I am, because I know who I was born of.
I believe that is arguably the best place or the best situation anybody can be, when you finally discover why you were born. I believe that very much, that you are doing something that you're really created to do. Believe me, I doubt if $1 million is equivalent to that, because I know that you'll be creative, you'll be happy, you'll be fulfilled. I mean, you have everything because you are operating on a realm that is, that'll be really away from, very far from other people, because you discovered exactly what it is you were crafted to do on this planet. So, that is arguably the best situation anybody can be. Yeah,
that's very true. And success is predictable. You can tell someone who's going to be successful and who's not. And then they may not see that. And that's why most of them give up, because they don't see the success. So what I advise them is to get the right knowledge, read books of success, but the most important book to read is the Bible. And then after that, you can start reading books of people who have been successful. Start following them, start watching their videos, start watching what they do, study what they do. So find that thing that you're really passionate about, and then start researching on it. Start finding people that are doing it, and then surround yourself with people that have the same passion, so they can always motivate you when you feel like giving up. And the more you surround yourself with inspiring people that will motivate you, the more you begin to discover who you are. It may take a while, but you discover who you are by surrounding yourself with the right people and also with the right information.
Oh yeah, because I think it was someone who said that, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Yes, I remember that saying that. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Meaning that they know that, as I said, your association determines your destination.
Exactly.
So your friends, if if you're around people who smoke, then you become a smoker. If you're around people who don't know where they're going in life, then you become like them.
Yeah, it was Les Brown who said that if you run around with losers, you become a loser.
The man said that eagles fly alone, but birds flock together. So, some people are eagles, meaning that they are leaders. They know what they want to do. And some people, they flock around in groups because they're trying to find their identity. They're trying to find their identity in people.
That's right.
They're trying to find who they are in people. So they hang around in groups every time. But people who know they are, who know who they are, they like to separate themselves and start observing life and see what they can do different, what they can change, what solution they can bring to a problem.
I can chip in here and say that anybody who needs other people to feel happy, there's something wrong.
Yes, there is.
If you need other people, that is when other people surround you, those you call your friends, when they are around you, then you are happy. Then there's something wrong. Because I believe happiness is something that is inside all of us. We need to bring it out. We don't need anybody to make you feel happy. You need to create happiness yourself.
Yes, the other definition of being single, it means to be separate, unique, and whole. When they say whole, meaning that you are complete all by yourself. You don't need nobody to be somebody. That's the other thing of being single.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say that you are complete all by yourself, it means that you've discovered who you are, and you don't need anybody to be somebody. You don't try to be like other people. You don't try to speak like other people because you found your uniqueness. You found your niche. You found your style of speaking, your style of walking, your style of displaying yourself. That's the other thing of being single. You are unique. You are separate and whole. Yes, sir.
And really buy the idea, because the question is that we are really focusing on the youth of today. The fact that you are single today will really determine what you become tomorrow, because your association, the person you finally choose, will determine a great deal who you become. And because I always tell people that the only time you can say you are lucky in life is when you get married. Because why I say that is because of the woman you're going to choose to stay on with will determine what you become tomorrow.
That's very true.
You still come back to the association, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. And that's another key thing. You don't just marry anyone. And this is the thing that, when you go back in the book of Genesis, God made Adam, and God told him to take dominion over the whole earth.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him work to do. He told him what to do. So before God gave him a work, so every man that wants to marry needs to first discover his work before he discovers a woman. Because God said to Adam that I'll make you a suitable helper, meaning that the work was too much for Adam and God needed a helper to help him. So for every man, they need to discover their purpose, their work, before they discover a woman, because a woman comes with knowledge and education to help that man to push his vision forward. That's the other thing. So women, they need to have the right knowledge. Don't just sit around waiting for the right man to come.
Mm-hmm.
You need to study, go back to school, study, get the right knowledge, because you need to help that man with the vision. And a man without a vision is going to cause frustration. The woman is going to be frustrated. And that's why people divorce. That's why people break up, because the man has no vision and the woman has nothing to incubate. When you give a woman a sperm, she gives you a baby. When you give her grocery, she gives you a meal. When you give her a house, she gives you a home. When you give her a paragraph, she gives you a story. When you give her hell, frustration, she will give you hell. So when you give a woman something, she expands it for you. When you give a woman your vision, she will expand it for you. That's why a woman is there to help you to build up your vision. And you don't just get any woman. You find a woman with a vision. And for a woman, don't just get any man. Find a man who knows who he is, where he's going in life, and why he was born. He has to know all those questions in life. He needs to know why he was born, where he's going in life, where he's from, and what he can do.
This motivating podcast was brought to you by Motivational Radio France.